past, I'm in the future. You mad?
Guys, good morning and welcome to another day in the life working from home vlog with a toddler. If you're new here, my name is Keela Trishawn and I make videos on lifestyle, womanhood, mental health, and I'll throw in some vlogs here and there. If that's something that you are interested in, go on ahead and click that subscribe button below. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything from me. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back and thank you for your support. Okay, so today is Wednesday, July 14th, and you know, we're halfway through the week. So that's really good. It's been kind of a busy week, which I will discuss a little bit later on in the video. I'm about 10 minutes out from clocking in, so I'm actually making my son's oatmeal, getting him together, and I'm about to change him so he can be ready to go by the time I actually clock in and get started. So if you guys are interested, go on ahead and stay tuned. Okay, hey you guys, so I am fully clocked in. I have all of my applications open. Just fed the baby his oatmeal and he's drinking his little juice. So today I'm actually going to start off doing some compliance training. If you have worked in insurance or work in insurance, there is training that we're required to complete every year, and honestly it comes at the most inopportune time because you never have like a free moment per se, but I mean you just got to make it do what it do. So I'm about to start taking those trainings because some of them are due on Friday. Today's already Wednesday. I've taken like a few of them, whatever, just kind of throughout the days, but I need to complete them. So I'm going to go on ahead and do that and then get started on my actual assignments for the day. And as I progress throughout the day, I'll let you guys know what I'm doing, like what I'm up to. Okay, hey y'all, so I have a quick little rant. Well, I'll try to make it quick. But basically, so working in insurance is funny because you have people that like won't provide you with what you need to conclude their claim, and then once they do, then they want to rush you. So long story short, I have this customer whose claim I've been working on since April. And I've told her several times like what's needed, and it was like her and her husband, they didn't agree with the value they were getting, and they're like, oh well, we're not going to give you this until you do this. And I'm explaining to them like, okay, I get what you're like trying to do, but that doesn't really hurt me, that hurts you actually. Like I can still, you know, look at the value and see if I can enhance it if you do A, B, and C. Like there's a process, but then even if you provide me with this information, it'll just expedite the process. And so they refuse to give me the stuff, and I can't force you, you know, but understand that if I end up getting busy or whatever, like things could get prolonged. And I do try to get rid of claims as quickly as possible, especially if you get on my goddamn nerves like these people. So anyway, it is July, like mid-July, and they're just now getting me the information I need. And now the wife is hitting me up every day asking what the next steps are and when it's going to be concluded. And here's my issue. And I explained this to her in a professional way, but I'm like, I've been asking you, like borderline begging you to provide me with certain information so I can conclude your claim, and you have not provided it until now. The process is X amount of business days. You don't have to contact me every day asking what the status is. I will contact you when it's done. Trust me, because I want to get this claim off my desk. It's been on my desk for 3 months. And she's like, oh, okay, I understand. Is there any way to expedite? No, you weren't interested in expediting 3 months ago. So now that you're ready to expedite doesn't mean I'm going to just haul ass. Like, you're going to have to wait. So yeah, child. It's just team too much. But I mean, we're almost done with her claim and I'm really happy, but good Lord, leave me alone. Like, I be wanting to tell people respectfully, please leave me alone. Don't harass me, please. guys, so just popping back in. It's about 9:30ish. No, like 9:40. And I'm taking a break. This morning has kind of flown by a little bit because I was doing the trainings. Then my manager asked me to like take care of a task, and then I was trying to set up new files as well while I was on the training. So a lot of multitasking, and I'm starving. So I'm about to make myself like a little quick breakfast, like probably these little frozen waffles that I got. And then I'm gonna make my son a snack plate. So yeah, I'm going ahead and do that right now. All right, you guys, so this is his first little snack plate of the day. I like to give him fresh fruit and then a couple cookies or his little Gerber Cheetos. So this is just some cut up strawberries and some Gerber animal crackers. It's these right here. So they are a little broken up because they're almost gone. He loves these things. They're like flavored with cinnamon. They low-key taste like, you know, just regular adult graham crackers. So anyway, I'm about to give him this and then wait for my waffles to heat up and then probably have some fruit myself. All right, you guys, so this is what I'm having. So these are the waffles, and I put a little bit of vegan butter just to kind of, I mean, like, why not? And then I put some cocoa almond spread from Trader Joe's. It's kind of like a spin on Nutella. And then I have some grapes. So it's going to be a sweet breakfast, but I think it's going to be a good breakfast. So yes, this is what I'm going to have and then get back to work. Right now, so let me just show you my extremely random lunch, and I'll explain to you why it's so random shortly. But I've got this like half of a steak from when my husband grilled the other day with some A1 sauce on the side. I have, I guess, a cucumber salad. Is literally just some what are they called, Persian cucumbers with some dressing on top. And then I've got my trusty green tea, which I told you guys I like to have with lunch. Okay, so this is not a typical lunch. This is I needed to keep my baby asleep for as long as possible so I can enjoy my food and, you know, enjoy what's left of my lunch break before he wakes up. So I was trying to like not make a lot of noise with pots and pans, so I just heated up some of this steak, and I didn't really have salad because I could have made a salad, but I didn't have anything to make salad with. But I knew I had these cucumbers and I didn't want them to go bad. So I was like, let me just cut up a few and put some dressing over it because, you know, they're good for you. They're super refreshing and they're hydrating. So, I mean, who couldn't use hydration? And then I always have green tea with my lunch. That's like my little thing that I'm doing in the afternoon now. So, yes. But anyway, I did want to talk to y'all. So I'm going to talk to you pretty quickly so I can eat my food. But just kind of like about how I was feeling like the last week and the week before with work. So I've told you guys before that like it can be extremely busy, and I'm a seasoned like insurance professional, and so I don't get shaken really. But when I do get shaken, the first thing that tends to leave is my appetite. So I pretty much got to a point where I was just extremely overwhelmed with work. And in the past, what typically happens to me is I'll lose my appetite. Like I'll look up and I haven't eaten anything and I know I should eat, but I just don't have an appetite. Like I got too much on my mind. I'm not even drinking water. I'm not getting up. So I kind of fell into that little trap the last like couple of weeks. And before, I didn't realize that that was kind of like a form of anxiety and just, you know, like not really knowing how to process like what's going on. But these days when that happens to me, I just stop everything. Like when I lose my appetite, that means that it's serious because I really love food. So I just had to like literally stop what I was doing and take a break. Like, look, you know, the show is not going to go on if I'm not A1. Like I can't be out here not eating and, you know, in a bad mood or feeling, you know, terrible, because it's not just me. I have my family and I have like a small kid right here. So I have to be like A1 for him. So I pretty much just like, I took a couple of breaks, like took a walk around the house, stepped outside and got some fresh air, made sure I had some water. Even though I didn't really have an appetite, I was like, let me hydrate, let me eat like some fruit. That's something that I can like eat right now. And then when I did that, I eventually kind of calmed down. I was able to step away, take a look at all the tasks that I had to do, and literally just put them in order from like most important to, you know, things that could wait. And I think one of the things with insurance is that everything is important. Everything is important. So it's kind of hard sometimes to figure out like what is like priority. And honestly, the way I operate, I don't like to do this all the time. I try to get to everything in a timely manner, but the way I operate that like is good for my mental health and makes things run smoothly for me is the people that are constantly calling me. And I know I've said this in other videos, but if someone's constantly calling me, like asking me for updates and, you know, it's something urgent, something where like, you know, if I don't address this, the fees are going to be astronomical, I make sure I work on those first. Like, I think the biggest thing is like when you have those like huge claims and those huge tasks, you want to get those out of the way first so you can concentrate on the other things. And then I just work everything else like kind of as they come. So I try to touch new assignments, I try to touch older assignments, and I try to touch things that I can get closed out right away. I try to touch like some of everything every like hour or so, just so I'm like literally touching everything. And then by the end of the day, I've gotten to like a lot of tasks, I've completed a lot, and not just like one set of activities, if that makes sense. So put out those fires. I always say that you want to make sure you do that first, because the more of those fires you can put out, the less anxiety you feel. Also, what I'll do is I'll kind of make a list of like claims that need to be addressed right away. And then I figure out what exactly needs to be done, and I just knock them out. And I know I've also mentioned too that like I try to kind of look at each week. Like there's certain claims, like it's too much going on, so I need to get rid of this week. So you work the claim until there's nothing else left to work on it. And that helps alleviate some of the anxiety. So I said all that to say that whenever you get overwhelmed, or whenever you get to a point where you're just like, I cannot, like you're not even like properly functioning, like not eating, not drinking, stop. Literally stop, walk away, because sometimes it's just you kind of being in that atmosphere that's making you so like frustrated and like full of anxiety, and you know, it's starting to affect your mental. You got to walk away and just kind of like get some fresh air, and then come back to your job, come back to your desktop, and like really objectively look at everything and put it into perspective. And I guarantee you'll figure out a solution, and you'll figure out a way to get back on track. So that's my little pep talk. You know, I gotta always have a little pep talk in the day at home vlog. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat the steak and eat my little cucumbers, and I'll come back and see you guys after I clock in. All right, you guys, so I just clocked back in from lunch, and I've got, looks like 8 voicemails, and then an email from a colleague, and then like another email for something that I asked for earlier. So I have my work cut out for me. Meanwhile, the baby's shaking his juice everywhere, so I'm gonna deal with that fire in a second. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I decided to take the juice from the baby because he's now soaking wet. He just wanted to sit wet for a second, because like, who does that? Anyway, so yeah, I am going to address these voicemails before I get started on the rest of the day. I set up all of my new assignments before I went to lunch, so that's good. All that's taken care of. I just need to call people, give them their values, and then move forward. So I'll set you guys up in a little bit so you guys can just see me working in the background. Hey y'all, so just checking back in. It's 4:30, so I've been going for a few hours. It got pretty crazy. Like, I got into a little altercation with a body shop owner that was like threatening me. He didn't like the fact that we weren't able to pay some charges for a customer, and he was trying to tell me what I was gonna do. And what he tell me? He said that he's been doing this for 40 years and I don't know what I'm doing, blah, 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 this, blah, blah, that. I'm like, that's cool, but you're still not getting paid. Have a blessed day. And then I had another customer, kind of along the same lines, like basically just some stuff that we couldn't pay for, and they were telling me what I was going to do. And I'm like, that's cute, but I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. So I have a couple of more like tasks that I need to do before the day is over. So I'm gonna work on those, and I'm probably gonna work just a little bit of overtime. Not that much, just a little bit, because I like to get things in order before the next day comes. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm gonna just like pay on some claims, because like I tell y'all, every single vlog. My goal is to pay on as much as I can, because the more I pay on, the less I have to attend to. Also, that keeps your phone from ringing off the hook if you pay people, you know? So yeah, so I'm gonna go on ahead and do that, but I did want to check in before I ended up clocking out. Like, I completely forgot I was vlogging because of all the crazy stuff that was happening. So I wanted to, you know, pop in and say hello to y'all. And yeah, that's what's going on. So now I'm just pretty much, like, I've taken care of, I guess, the more serious things, but there are a couple things that like need to get done today. So I'm gonna go on ahead and work on those for the rest of the time that I'm here, before I start paying on stuff. So yeah. Oh, also, before I forget, so I was on the phone with an attorney earlier. That was big. So the attorney had like a little attitude, and then in the midst of that, my son is having like a complete meltdown in the background. And you know why he was having a meltdown? He was mad because I wasn't putting his shoes on quick enough. I think I told you guys I work from his room, and so his shoes and clothes are in here, and he likes to go and grab his shoes off of his dresser, and he just wants me to put them on throughout the day. So I literally have to stop what I'm doing and put his shoe on to keep him, you know, appeased. The thing was, I needed both of my hands to type and listen to this lady, and again, she was being a complete bitch, but that's a whole other story. But then while trying to listen to her, I got him screaming like at the top of his lungs, and he really doesn't do that. So yeah, it was team too much. So this is like the real side of working from home with a toddler. Like, you know, we have our little system, but sometimes you just cannot escape the toddler meltdown. Hey y'all, so it is about 5:37 and I am completely clocked out. I was actually gonna do a little more overtime today. Like, I was gonna work until like 6 or 6:30, but I'm over it. Like, today was a long day. My son was acting like he didn't have no sense. Like, complete toddler meltdown, a tantrum, and it's a little warm now. And I had a couple of arguments with like body shops and an attorney. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get back to this tomorrow. It is not that serious. And I wasn't being productive anyway, so it was time to shut it down. You ever feel like that? Go on ahead and shut it down. Do not feel forced to do overtime because you have a lot of work. That work will be there for you the next day. I promise you. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, go on ahead and click the like button and definitely subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time in the next video. I might vlog tomorrow, but if not, I will see y'all next time.
In the future, you mad, they don't salute you. I need a bag, size is super. They turned your back, it's like I never